What is going on, everybody? The original Mako back again for our next video on the TCG channel. Today we're going to be going over some news that happened after Ascent Boston. I know we already did an Ascent Boston recap, but that was more about the event itself, not so much what they announced at the end of the show, which is everything about, well, some other stuff, but a lot of stuff about the new set coming out in December, Phantom Monarchs, which I'm very excited to talk about. So, and I realized I didn't really give a full sort of overview of what's going to be on this channel in the first video, which I probably should have done, but I didn't. But really just anything, news, updates, deck talks, gameplay, unboxings of many different games. There's going to be a pretty big focus on Grand Archive, but you know, Riftbound is another one I'm looking to possibly play somewhat competitively when it comes out. I play some Pokemon with friends. I collect a lot of different games, so unboxing those things and any big just TCG news in general. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into the topic of today's discussion, which is the Grand Archive news from the end of Ascent Boston. There was a lot, so we're going to go through all of these here. And as you can tell, slight spoiler with the background, some Merlin news, in case you didn't already know, which I'm sure you did, but we're going to be talking about it a little bit here. Ascent in New Zealand, Auckland, October 31st to November 2nd. It is a 3-day Ascent event, which is pretty interesting. They usually have like a day zero, but day zero is usually like trade night and a couple of other things, but they have actual official side events going on day one. So kind of cool. October 31st through November 2nd. So a Halloween event, if you will. Definitely excited to watch this one. Definitely will not be going, but I will be excited to tune in and see how the meta is continuing to shape up after Boston at Auckland. Next up, another Ascent. Kicking off 2026 in the Philippines with Ascent Manila on January 3rd and 4th, 2026. So right off the new year. It was originally scheduled for February, but now it's in January due to the Chinese New Year. So it is literally right at the turn of the calendar. We're hopping straight in with another Ascent. Another one I'm excited for because as far as I know, this will be the first Ascent after the Phantom Monarch set drops, which is December 5th. So about a month after. Should be pretty interesting to it's always fun to watch the first Ascent after a set drop because new meta, exciting, we love to see it. Next, the first North American Ascent of 2026, Ascent Los Angeles. It will feature the main event for collectors, the Path of Silver. Stay tuned for ticket information. March 21st and 22nd in LA. My goal is to go to more Ascents next year. I would definitely like to. It was a very fun event, and I would consider going to this one, especially because I have a friend that lives in California, so I could make a little trip out of it, go see him, go to the Ascent, but I won't be able to because at the end of March, me and some friends are going to Japan for a trip that we've been planning for a while. So this is not one I'm going to be able to make, unfortunately. Would have been kind of cool to go out there and see him and go to the Ascent and stuff, but not going to be able to happen, so I will be, unfortunately, watching this one as well. But Path of Silver does seem pretty cool with some of the changes they made to it, so yeah, won't be able to make it, but that is happening March 21st and 22nd in 2026. Next up, kind of the big one here, and we'll take a closer look at some of the images here in just a second. I'll have to switch to another scene, but we'll read through the tweet here first. We're happy to reveal details about our next set release, Phantom Monarchs, an expansion to Distorted Reflections, releasing on December 5th, 2025. Phantom Monarchs supports all 7 classes with a focus on the Assassin and Cleric classes. So Phantom Monarchs, the next set releasing. I was excited about it before they had said anything, just because Distorted Reflections was such a fun and cool set that the expansion set was something that I was definitely pretty excited for, to see how they kind of build on some of the themes that they had in Distorted Reflections. But man, after they released some of the artwork and stuff, I mean, it's just, It's good. It looks good. I mean, just look at the box art for it is fantastic. We'll see a closer look at the actual box in a second, but then you've got these just gorgeous artworks here. We've got Alice bottom left, obviously it looks like maybe some sort of chessman command card or something going on here. Upper right, just incredible artwork. Just, I mean, the blues are so cool with the specters going on. You got the castle in the background, and then obviously we've got Merlin. Some sort of, I mean, it's some sort of sight here. You know, you've got the crux sights, the Exia. You know, you've got all your sights, but there's already a crux sight. So, interested to see what this card is going to end up being. But obviously, it's Merlin. It looks great. And then something else going on in the bottom right here. Once again, just more really cool artwork. So very excited for the set that's coming out, and I think as we get into spoiler season, definitely going to be going through the spoilers and talking about those as they come out. So very excited. What I'm possibly even more excited for is the Recollection deck. So with the upcoming release of Phantom Monarchs, we're excited to announce Merlin Recollection Brilliant Vestige. Each Recollection includes a magnetic storage box containing a pre-constructed 60-card main deck and 12-card material deck, a set of matching 100-count Dragon Shield art sleeves, a set of cards completing the playset for your pre-constructed deck, a chance at randomly inserted non-champion CSR card, a damage counter, art dividers, 2 10-sided crystal-shaped rolling dice. That is new. 3 Phantom Monarchs booster packs, all for $49.99, releasing December 5th, 2025. Now, if by some miracle you're stumbling upon my channel as your introduction to some Grand Archive, there is not a better starter product in the trading card game community. I firmly believe that this is just unmatched value in terms of a starter product. Everything you get here for $50, and not to mention, this has all been incredible value before. The 2 10-sided crystal-shaped rolling dice, those are new. We haven't seen those in Recollection decks before. And the price has not increased, which is just, that's incredible. You get booster packs, you get a chance for the non-champion CSR, you get some art dividers, you get the magnetic deck box, a deck that is, I mean, every Recollection deck has, the champions themselves have been very competitive, but you tend to get a lot of pretty good staples. Sylvie and Tristan, I was not around in the game when those came out, but those were the first starter decks that me and my friend got. Well, I guess first starter product that we got for Grand Archive. And I heard many stories about Sylvie dominating immediately with the slimes. Tristan has been and continues to be a competitive menace in the meta. Always seems to find a way in there, whether it's with the fast slice and dice lines or the late shadow strike lines, both of which are cards that come in the Recollection decks. Dao-Chan obviously was a menace. Now, the Dao-Chan deck needs a lot of upgrades, but still, the champion, you get some good cards in there. Guoja, same thing, definitely needs some upgrades, but the champion herself was really good, is still very good. And it's just an unbelievable value for the price. Not to mention the fact that the biggest issue that a lot of starter products have is you have to buy multiple starter decks to get the full set of play cards, because you don't get a full 4 of. in the starter deck usually of every card, but you get a set of cards to complete the playset for the pre-constructed deck. So it's really everything you want. And at the end of the video here, because this is honestly kind of the big thing. I mean, I'm sure a ton of Grand Archive creators have talked about this, but I'll show one of the Recollection decks at the end that I have, at least one of the boxes, so you can kind of see what it looks like. But yeah, just absolutely fantastic. And we'll look at some of the artwork here for the Merlin Recollection deck. I mean, very similar color, looks like, to the Dao Chan box. But, I mean, just, once again, fantastic artwork for Merlin. Interestingly enough, you can see here, this symbol right here is the assassin symbol. So Merlin is going to be an assassin, which makes sense because Phantom Monarchs is going to be focused on Merlin assassin, or on assassin and cleric. So, you know, it makes sense. It adds up. Once again, just fantastic artwork here. And then we can see this. Once again, assassin, level 3. A little bit of flavor text at the bottom, but if you are new to Grand Archive, or you're not new to Grand Archive, you want to pick up some product, I would be refreshing the pages every single day for your local game store to see if they're going to have pre-orders, and hop on as soon as you can to get the pre-orders for these, because people love the Recollection decks. Once again, the value is ridiculous. So getting your hands on it, you definitely want to make sure you do. If you're looking to get into the game, there's no better jumping off point than a Recollection deck release. So enough about that. Like I said, I'll grab one of my boxes I have and kind of show you what it looks like at the end. But let's keep going because there is more stuff to talk about. We're gonna go from a high to a little bit of a down here. So we want to inform our community of an upcoming product change regarding Phantom Monarchs booster boxes. Due to rising tariffs and increased logistics costs, the USA retail price will increase from $89.99 to $107.99, approximately a 10% adjustment. But to provide added value, Phantom Monarchs booster boxes will now include 24 booster packs, bringing expansion sets in line with our main set box format. Thank you for understanding and continued support. So, in the past, you have your main set, and then you have your support set that comes out. Distorted Reflections was a main set. Phantom Monarchs is a support set, so usually it would be 20 booster packs, and the booster packs would have less cards than the main set boxes. Now they're upping the booster pack count to 24, so same amount that you would get in a full main set, which is nice. And I think it was mentioned in one of the Discords I'm in, but it did seem like this was going to be an inevitability at some point, because Grand Archive boxes were just very cheap comparatively to other games. Getting cases and getting extra booster boxes, it didn't feel like you were just throwing money away, for lack of a better term, especially considering the fact that other games have the collector's versions, and you can only get certain cards in the collector. You can rip CSRs straight out of the boxes. There's not a collector's version. You don't need to do anything extra to get CSRs. You can just rip them straight from the booster boxes. So the fact that they were so cheap it just made it very, very affordable. But once again, it was definitely lower compared to a lot of other TCGs, and frankly is still going to be pretty solid pricing for a booster box. And adding the extra booster packs in there is going to be very nice as well for the support set. So definitely something to keep in mind there going forward. But I'm assuming that trend will continue for the next main set that releases. But I'm sure they'll talk more about that when they get there. I'm going to show this full screen just because the box art, I mean, just look at the box art. I mean, that is just phenomenal. Just such good box art, man. Okay. Next on our list here. Ascent Akihabara attendees will be the first to experience our upcoming expansion set, Phantom Monarchs, with the world premiere of the full set in November. So a couple months away from the world premiere, and anybody going to Ascent Akihabara, which is supposed to be just a massive event, will be the first to experience the upcoming expansion set. So pretty exciting stuff for everybody there. Once again, I mean, that's supposed to be just a huge event. So pretty exciting that this is going to be part of it. For lore enthusiasts, new lore article on the way. Stay tuned for more information. If you're interested in the lore of the world, get ready for a new article coming soon. And last, but certainly not least, the banned and restricted update. I'm not going to go into the actual article and read it because the important thing is the Rile the Abyss in Category 2. They also added a new card to Proxia's Vault, which I will be showing on screen probably right below. That was added as well. It is supposed to be an actual card in Phantom Monarchs set, but they're adding it into Proxia's Vault now to kind of help with the graveyard meta, if you will. So as soon as Phantom Monarchs comes out, you will not be allowed to proxy it anymore, and it'll be removed from Proxia's Vault. But for now, it is a proxied card that you can use to in Wind to sort of counter some of these graveyard decks. So level 3 Tenoris. But anyways, that was kind of all of the news from post Boston that I wanted to talk about. A lot of really exciting stuff coming in the next couple of months. Once again, anytime a Recollection deck releases, it's just an exciting time because the value is just insane. So definitely be sure to look out for those if you're looking for something to get you into the game. It's unmatched. So that being said, I'm going to go grab one right now. I'll kind of show you guys what it looks like, and then we'll wrap up this video. All right, we're back. Here we have the Tristan Recollection deck box. Looks a little more blue on this camera. It's purple. But really just wanted to kind of show the quality of the boxes here. The artwork on the inside. I don't have everything in here from when I opened it, obviously. I'll do an unboxing of the new one when that happens, but I do still have the box for the sleeves. So you get 100 sleeves matching the champion. You get a nice box that you can keep everything in with fantastic artwork of the champion, and it's magnetic. So it's high quality, super nice, and even if you don't keep, all of your stuff in here, you can still, it's really good for storage if you just need extra storage for something. But very, very nice, high quality. Everything comes in here, all the stuff we talked about earlier. And it's just a nice little, it looks nice as well. And like I said, if you're new to the games, you don't have a deck box, you don't have sleeves, you don't have all this stuff. You get all of it. Dice. You even get dice now in it, and it's an incredible product. So highly recommend, definitely check it out. But that being said, that's gonna be it for this video. So thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts on some of this news. If you're excited for Phantom Monarchs, let me know. I can't wait to do some unboxings of it. But thank you all. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.